Hey guys, I know it's not Sunday. We will be releasing the Dr. Giggles episode on Sunday as promised, but we've been teasing that we were going to do some retroactive episodes, so here is the first one. After a lot of discussion of which movie to pick, we decided we were going to go with Hausu, 1977's House, which was picked in the 8th round of the Reddit Horror Club. I would say the biggest reason that we wanted to pick this one is that of all of the notes segments that we've ever done with Adam, this is definitely my favorite because it's not really notes. It's a short story that Adam wrote about
It's
going to see this movie.
non-fiction too. I fucking honestly God did do that. Yeah.
And I feel like the episode got a lot of positive reaction from the actual horror club, but I don't remember if it was that good of an actual discussion in the group.
Yeah, I'm reading through the comments. Whoa, oh man, I just hit puberty, guys.
Going through puberty and reading through the comments.
I'm reading through the comments, looking for the good shit. But I think we were just appreciating each other's appreciation for this film. I don't know, but yeah, I don't remember. I don't see nothing's like jumping out at me. But for
Well,
like all the.
Hopefully this will inspire people who haven't seen Hausu to go out and fucking watch it because it is amazing. And like honestly, don't let us spoil it for you. Go watch Hausu and then listen to the podcast.
As Allison from last week called it in the comments, it's Japanese Scooby-Doo on acid. But yeah, it's so go check out Hausu and then come back and listen to this bonus episode. But Hausu's going to fuck you up, and you should probably get good and high before you watch it.
Yeah,
make sure make sure your pupils look like was it piss holes in a snowbank?
Snowbank, yeah, that's what you want.
Oh fuck.
Discussing Hausu, 1977's House, as picked by
Goddess Furch.
Thank you. As always, I am joined by Adam and Scott.
Hey, did we invite him onto the podcast or just ignore his desire to be on it?
Well, did he have a desire? Because he always says that he can't do it.
It's because he's Adam's puppet account.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I usually contact people ahead of time, but because we're sort of double barreling these, I didn't bother. Sorry.
You would have said no anyway. It's all right.
Probably. No, he listens. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying he wouldn't have wanted to be on it.
Well, if he did want to be on it, I do feel a little bad. If he wants to hop on like my episode and tell me how shitty Alligator is, I'll allow it.
Dude, and if he wants to be on my episode of whatever I finally decide to pick, he's more than welcome to. Actually, we could have like a group chat where it's like 10 people just talking over each other and telling each other that they're not smart. I would totally be okay with that.
But if we want to talk about movies that are smart, Hausu.
Yes, dude. The subtext, the fucking art direction, the morality play, dude. It doesn't get better than this movie. Seriously.
Can we talk about a few things real quick that I found out while watching this movie with a group of people the other night?
Sure.
First off, the entire plotline of this movie is based on the director's daughter's dream.
Okay. Side note: stop fucking eating while you're talking.
I can't help it. I'm starving.
Cookie dough ice cream will melt if he doesn't eat it.
Yeah, come on now.
I'm gonna die if I don't eat this ice cream right now, guys.
Oh, my diabetes.
The other thing is that this movie is a response to Jaws.
Yes. Well, it's they didn't want to make a Jaws ripoff, but when Jaws came out, the Japanese were like, "Wow, that made a lot of money. We should make a horror movie too." And then they got this absolute psychopath.
This crazy man who clearly has like some deeply disturbed daughter who's dreaming about fucking pianos eating people and flying heads and all types of shit.
I love, the best thing about this movie has to be the absolute absurd mishmash of over-the-top vaudeville-esque comedy and severe art horror. Like, just the sensei who's like, banana, like, what is happening here? The whole movie. And like I said in the last podcast, Megan was just like watching over my shoulder on the couch, and she was like, "This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen you watch."
Well, and like what I was saying, it was very difficult to watch this movie because you had the one person who loved this movie that wanted to put it on, two other people, and everyone else had never seen this movie before. And really, like, movie night for my my movie night thing is like the same as when I have a wrestling pay-per-view party. Like, it's not really about the wrestling or the movie. It's more like an excuse to get together and eat food and just kind of hang out. But, like, this was a fucking movie that no one could take their goddamn eyes off of. So they kept asking all these questions, and it's like, you can't ask questions about this movie because this movie means nothing.
No, yeah, there's no point.
Entirely style over substance. I don't know what the fuck even happened. Is Gorgeous alive, or is that the ant? Or has Gorgeous become the ant? Or has the ant become Gorgeous? Who? What? What the fuck? I don't know.
The only thing I know is that Mac, the fat girl, isn't fat, which is awesome, hilarious. And then, but they also are really shitty to her. They're like, "You look real chubby, and I can eat you up." Blah blah. And then also, Kung Fu has a nice ass.
Yeah, you cool Kung Fu.
You cool Kung Fu.
You're so cool, Kung Fu.
Like, that is right up there with fucking Evil Ed in Fright Night. You're so cool, Brewster.
Yes. I know this isn't a Fright Night discussion, but man, Evil Ed is such a prick. He kind of deserves to get turned into a vampire.
Yeah, no, after I saw the remake, I rewatched the original to like kind of see how they held up, because I really liked the remake. I think it's one of the better remakes out there. And I was like, man, they really made the creative decision to not make Evil Eddie the shittiest best friend that has ever existed in 80s cinema. Like, he is just an asshole the whole movie.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that, like, it's hard to even do a discussion on Hausu, because it is not a movie that you just experience it. It's barely a movie, it's an experience.
You don't talk about Hausu. You talk about the experience of having watched Hausu.
Well, and that brings me to the most important thing, which is, like, I've seen this a couple times. I do want to do a quick story of my one friend's reason why he hates this movie, and then I want to hear Adam's seeing it in a live theater experience. But my one friend's experience, he hates this movie because as a kid, he rented 1985's House from a video store, and by a mix-up, that the tape for Hausu was inside the case instead. And he's like, I just kept sitting there being like, when is the Great American Hero showing up? And it, like, never fucking happened. But Adam, you actually lucked out, and there was a live screening of this movie this past week for you to see.
I wouldn't say I lucked out, but yeah, there was.
If there was ever a film I'd want to see in a theater with a crowd, this is probably pretty high up there for me.
Well, here's the thing: it wasn't a theater. It was an art studio, like where they put art installations, and we just happened to have a screening there, and it was maybe 12 people, and the diversity was not very high. It was mainly. I think I was the only person in the building that wasn't wearing horn-rimmed glasses. That narrows it down for anybody.
a lot of people there, ironically, to watch Hausu, and I think me and my friend that went were the only ones who were honestly there just to like enjoy and experience Hausu. Okay, but I didn't write normal notes. I wrote it like a story. Like I'm gonna like tell you about my night watching Hausu.
All right,
okay?
let's do this up then.
All right. So I start the night by listening to VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 90s. As En Vogue tells me about their love and how I'm never going to get it, I begin to already regret this decision. I went to one of these college screenings before, and it was populated mostly by people with the sides of their heads shaved, ironically. Men, women, and all the in-between. The bus schedule puts me downtown 40 minutes early. I drink a coffee and smoke. My friend Matt agreed to come to this with me. I meet him there at 10 minutes to. One of the reviews I saw on IMDb was literally titled, "Don't watch this on drugs or you might die." I'm a good friend. So I told him to get nice and stoned before I met him. His eyes look like two piss holes in a snowbank, and he tells me about a folk punk record that he's been listening to all day. I am regretting getting coffee and wishing I had got beer. The installation for this month is cases of dead insects arranged by color to make like pictures. So that was fucking weird. Lesbians outnumber us 3-1. I'm the only person here not wearing horn-rimmed glasses. There you go. Matt suggests we get pizza after this. I agree. Okay. So the curators get on stage. They are the most socially awkward people I think I've ever seen. One of them talks. The other one is just standing there looking at his feet. We watch a trailer for The Room, which they're screening next week, which I'm totally going to go to that. That's going to be a little better. And then we have a video appreciation by director Ty West that comes on the DVD. Offering no real insight into this movie, Ty finishes it off in his mouth and swallows in under 4 minutes. The movie begins. From what we have seen and been told, no one is very excited. It sounds fucking punishing. And then the movie started, and I tried to take notes for this fucking movie. I got 1, 2, 3 notes, and then I just stopped. So the dudes that were running it had a PA set up for the sound, and the levels that they had were completely fucked. So the music was 10 times louder than anything else, and it stayed that way for the whole goddamn movie. So there's just this like blaring, crazy, inappropriate music that didn't work with anything, just pumping in my ear the whole movie. I've got, dear God, the editing. Dear God, this music. And then I've got very fast, experimental, strange. And then I just put, I can't do this. I give up. And I put my notebook away. And there we go.
And I don't have the ability to send you guys a message, apparently. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, and I just stumbled upon what might be my favorite piece of creepy factoid. But since I can't pronounce anyone's names normally, I'm going to refer them by their first name and the director just by the name The Director.
Okay.
Actress Kimmy was uncomfortable about her nude scene in the film. To make her more comfortable, actress Yoko also took off her clothes. After the director saw Yoko nude, he included a nude scene for her in the film, which was not in the original script.
Nice! Dude, is that director me?
No, because you would have had a kung fu nude scene, and it would have been awesome.
Dude, man, yeah.
So is there anything we can say about Hausu? Because I kind of just want to read everyone's comments about this.
So,
I have
about this movie aside from... Okay, let's just talk about favorite scenes. Mine is the severed head chomping on a girl's ass. Hilarious! This was my
What?
first time watching it, by the way.
Oh, was this your first time, Adam?
Me too. Yeah.
All right, so I'm the only one that had seen this before.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Favorite scene for me would be when they get to the house and that chandelier drops the thing, and Kung Fu does this crazy flip in the air and then kicks this chandelier thing, and it like sticks in a wall plug or something. And that was the point in the movie where I was really like, what the fuck is going on? This is gonna be insane. And it just ramps up so fucking fast from there, and just like crazy shit. Oh my god.
And then shortly after that, someone says, "You so cool, Kung Fu."
That is like the new. Is that what you wanted your flair to be?
Yes,
You're
yes, you so cool, Kung Fu.
so cool, Kung Fu.
But my favorite scene, and it's kind of like the infamous scene because it's so absurd. But I mean, the fucking piano eating someone is just phenomenal.
It's so over the top and great.
It's so, and so you guys know that I do the horror videos for Halloween for people's parties, where I'll just like import all the horror movies I own and then just get the most ridiculous scenes and cut them into like an hour-long montage. And I put the piano scene in the video, and for whatever reason, even though the movie like automatically comes with subtitles when you put it in, the subtitles didn't convert over when I converted it onto my computer. And that scene is, I mean, you can kind of follow what's going on, but it's having watched it with a group of people who couldn't read, like didn't have any subtitles to tell them what exactly was being said. It is a very confusing thing to watch.
Well, you're not getting much there. You're getting, oh, my fingers are gone.
I'm going to keep
That's the only
playing.
context you're getting.
The other thing that I love in this movie, and it caused an entire side conversation while we watch this, is the random skeleton that's just like constantly coming alive in random scenes. Because it led us into a discussion of how great Lost Skeleton of Cadaver was. But that's it. Like I said, I have not looked forward to reading notes on a movie as badly as this. Just like reading everyone's comments and opinions.
Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about it. I just have one last thing from my journal of seeing this. So the movie ended, and the curators offer us no insight into the movie and offer no chance for discussion. We shuffle out into the cold. Me and Matt ate pizza and talked about how hot Kung Fu was. Then I went home and showered.
A beautiful ending to a beautiful story.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.